Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin.
Hello Youth fans, welcome to another Amber and Black here at the Abbey, just picking up information so that we can bring it to you here on the programme. Peterborough coverage this week, one or two other bits and bobs. The CFU tournament, which I'm very sorry we didn't get to you last week, is on here as well, and the Phil Warner interview that we've been waiting for, I will guarantee is on this programme, and one or two other things. And the most important thing to get across this week is that for the Saturday's game against Cardiff here at the Abbey, you will need your membership card. So that, if out of anything, remember you need to come and get a membership card this week, otherwise you may not get into the game on Saturday, and we don't want that to happen, do we? Okay? Not over a membership card anyway. So with that, let's start the programme. Okay, well, the situation we've got here is Shaggy is not on his bike anymore. We found him some wheels, right? John, what's happening here?
I'm very delighted to say that Marshall Land Rover have been very kind enough to sponsor me with this wonderful Freelander, so that on my travels up and down the motorway trying to find new faces for the football club, I'm able to do it in comfort and style now. Wonderful.
What are you going to do with them next new set of twins then? Are they going to fit in the back there when they come along?
I hope the twins don't come too early, but Martin's kindly given me a couple of little Marshall's teddy bears, which they'll play with on the back seat, I'm sure. But we have to say thank you to Martin and to Marshall. It's a wonderful gesture, and hopefully that our association can go on for a long time.
Martin, isn't it, Martin? What's your role at Marshall's, Martin?
General Sales Manager.
Okay. You've got quite a heavy involvement with the club. Is this just an extension of that, Martin, what you've already got involved?
It is. Marshalls are involved pretty well with Coldhams United, but this is our first involvement through Land Rover. Okay. So we're looking now forward to a long association with John and with Coldhams United.
Lovely.
So the start.
It's an A-reg. It's the first. It's the first of the A-reg you've ever seen. That can't be very good.
The first new registration of the new system. Yes.
Okay. And Nick, what role do you play?
I'm a new car sales coordinator.
Yeah.
So I'm Martin's right-hand man, I suppose, on the new car side of things. And as Martin said, the Freelander's been a massive success, and I think John's really going to get quite a lot of enjoyment from using it in his travels.
We have arranged to go and do some scouting and film that, so I'm looking forward to jumping in the passenger seat and falling asleep. That'll be lovely.
You're not in the passenger seat, son.
Oh, in the back.
You're in the back. Your young lad's in the front.
Excellent stuff. Okay, right. Thanks ever so much for your involvement there. Excellent. Drive it away, John.
See you later. Yeah.
Drive it away. Excellent. Thank you a lot, boys. By the way, are you going to get a box?
Yes.
Are you going to buy a box? You've already got one
for the new stadium.
Spot on.
We bought that, but we're sitting up in the seats up here somewhere.
You're hacking it with the rest. All right. Have a good game.
Crunch all down the side.
Okay, we're back here again with another. You are lucky people, I'm telling you now. Another player of the squad who we've not managed to get since he's joined us. So what we'll do first is say, Phil, welcome to the club. Okay, Phil Warner. Now, unfortunately, Phil's injured, and for those who were at the Notts County game last Saturday, I remember, and we didn't actually see close up Phil because he was at the other end of the pitch. But it's looking, you know, not definite, but it's looking as though it might not be as bad as what we thought.
Yeah, first impressions over 24 hours. We left it for 24 hours and then let the physio have a look at it, and it doesn't look as bad as what we first thought. So that's good news.
Right. So it could be a matter of sort of weeks rather than months.
Months, yeah, that's right. Initially we thought, you know, first we thought there might have been a break. X-ray showed there's no break, but it just all depends on how badly the ligament damage is. So we just have to wait and see for the swelling to go down.
Right.
But yeah, we're hoping it's going to be no longer than 4 or 5 weeks, when initially we thought it was going to be 7 or 8 weeks. So
right. Oh, that's good news.
Good, yeah,
that's good news. So for the fans out there who, I mean, you know, there's all age group of fans out there, Phil. So just to give them background to where you've come from. How old are you now?
I'm 22 now.
22. So what's your history in football for you to arrive at Cambridge?
Well, I've been at Southampton since I was 10, 11 years old. Went all the way through the schoolboys, in through to the YTS, got my YTS contract there. Did 2 years YTS and was offered a professional contract, and I've been there ever since. Like I said, I started signing for Cambridge in the summer this year. I'd played 9 games in the first team for Southampton, 8 league games, and they were 2 years ago. In between then and now, I've been on loan to Brentford in the second division, so I've had a bit of experience in this league, and I've come here. The manager's offered me first team football, so I've come here to play as much first team football as I can. Obviously this isn't the best start I could have hoped for, but I had a good pre-season, got a good pre-season under my belt, just started feeling fit, and then this went and happened. So
right. So what's your position that you play and you prefer to play?
I actually came and signed as a right back.
Right.
I've played.
Which is a desperate thing that we're desperate for.
I was told that, but I've had words with the manager, and he's seen me play in other positions. I'm quite comfortable to play anywhere along the back four, and all through pre-season and the two games I've started this season, I played left back. So, you know, anywhere along the back four, I'm quite comfortable. But my main position is right back. So.
Well, I mean, just to give you some background, before you came, certainly the last season the back four didn't prove as solid as what so far he's proved this season.
Yeah.
So what's happened? I mean, it's a new back four as such.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy Duncan's in there from, you know, what, if you like, as a residual from last year's squad.
That's right.
But what's happened? How are you gelling, and how have you working together to get that what appears so far to be quite a solid?
Yeah, that's right. The
back four.
Yeah. We've got the manager's brought in 2 of his old players that he had at Lincoln, in Terry Fleming and Dean Walling. We've had a good solid 7 or 8 weeks together over pre-season.
They've told me he's got a whip on them. That's how he sorts them out.
Yeah.
He's got a whip over them too.
Well, you know, you sort of listen to what the manager's got to say. Like I said, pre-season was really tough. We've had 7 or 8 weeks together now.
Have you ever experienced that kind of pre-season before?
This
Phil?
is without a shadow of a doubt the toughest pre-season I've done. But for the good, you know, like I said, up until Saturday I was feeling really, really fit. Wanted to get that game under my belt, and then that would be my match fitness topped up, really. Like I said, I've been set back a few weeks, but pre-season was brilliant. You know, everything from the nutrition side to all the way through to the fitness has been absolutely top class. I'm really impressed. Going back to the back four situation, we're a solid unit because of the way we train. You know, the manager's drummed it into our heads. Our organisation as a back four and as a team is just superb. So that, you know, it's brilliant.
It definitely looked. I mean, I've been involved in all the pre-season and friendlies and stuff, and you know, certainly, you know, it has looked that way. It just seems to have happened straight away. And considering that other areas, you know, of the game, the attacking end of the game, you know, we're not in a position to sort of get the best out of that at the minute.
No.
But it's, you know,
like I said,
the defence is holding us together.
Yeah,
at the minute,
two of the back four are two new players. I mean, me and Steve Angus, you know, we only signed in the summer. Like I said, it's going well up to now, and it can only get better because, you know, we're all going to gel even more. Right. But throughout the team, we've got Colin Allsiders again, another one of the manager's old players. You know, we've got Denver, who I understand is a young lad's been here, but he's only played a few games. So there's a few new faces in the team, and it's just going to take a while to gel. But we've been unlucky in the first two games. I mean, we were unlucky not to get a point Saturday at Notts County, and to get a 0-0 draw in the first game of the season against Brighton when they were down to 10 men for a whole of the second half is unlucky. We had a meeting with the manager, and you know, little things we could be at top of the table really after two games, but that's the way football goes. So you know, things can only get better from now on in.
What sort of deal are you on, Phil? Sorry.
I signed a 2-year contract.
2-year contract, right,
yeah.
lovely.
So
okay, so that's all set up for you for the near
yeah.
future. Now, when you, in your mind, I mean, when you were at a Premier club and you was playing Premiership sort of football,
yeah.
How do you deal when you was approached by John? Did you know John Beck, or have you come across Cambridge in any time at all?
Yeah. I've like I said, I played against Cambridge in the second division whilst I was on loan at Brentford.
Right.
Apart from that, no, I didn't really know too much about them. I knew of John Beck before. I've heard of his management and all the rest of it. It was just literally something that come out of the blue towards the end of last season. Southampton were agreed to let other clubs talk to me. John Beck was interested.
Did Brentford not come forward?
They, you know, things went a little bit pear-shaped there really. I was there for a year's loan to get some experience, and for reasons unknown to myself, I didn't, you know, figure in their team, and I was supposed to go there to play games. I mean, that's all under the water under the bridge now. But
but how do you mentally adjust in the sense that you know that you're being recognised and your confidence telling you that you're good enough for the Premiership? And then to sort of have to take a massive step back in some way. Well, to go to the second division.
You know what they say. Sometimes you've got to
start again.
Yes,
and
you know,
move forward.
You've sometimes got to take a step backwards to take 2 steps forwards. I've played only 9 games. 8 of those games were in the Premier League. You know, I've not had vast experience in that at that level, but I'm confident I can return back to that level. The manager here has had faith in offering me first team football, where you know it was 2 years since I played a first team game in the Premier League. So you know, that is what I'm aiming to get back towards, and I'm going to use hopefully Cambridge as a stepping stone, and you know, to do well here, play as many games as I can here, and obviously hopefully get back to the top level. You know, that's what I'm aiming for.
What sort of players have made an impact in your life?
To play with or to play against?
Anything. What players have made an impact that have impressed you?
Well, I've played against Arsenal and Mark Overmars, which was probably the trickiest winger I've ever played against as a right back. Yeah, that was actually the last game I played at Highbury in the Premier League, and yeah, it's a different league. It really is. We played Barcelona. Actually, the second game I actually played was against Barcelona away. In a friendly, they do a tour around Spain to let their other fans that obviously don't get to see them every Saturday. We had a tour against them, and we lost 4-0 against Barcelona, and it could have honestly been 10 or 15. I mean, it was a real footballing lesson.
Wonderful experience.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that was the second game I'd ever played in the first team, and it was an unbelievable experience. Yeah. I mean, they had players like Figo that was playing, and all the big names, Costa Curta at the back, and just to step out on the same pitch as them was, you know, a brilliant footballing experience. So yeah, I've learned some good things along the way.
So where are you from, Phil?
I'm actually from Southampton as well.
Are you?
Yeah,
so you are Southampton lad?
I'm a Southampton lad.
Are you single?
I'm not at the moment. I've actually got a girlfriend. She's still in Southampton. Yeah. Right. So I mean, that's a little bit tough. It was that was the biggest decision I had to make initially.
Are you looking to what you just say?
I've actually bought a place. Yeah, I've moved up to Cambridge now. I've settled down up here now. So I'm looking to settle down and to get a good season under my belt.
So I mean, all the other lads are all talking about getting it together, gelling as a team, and then making a plan of action to move forward and look to start moving ahead, looking at first division. I mean,
like I said,
that's something that you committed to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. The impressions from the management team, from John Beck down towards Shane, it's been brilliant. The setup here is magnificent for a second division, side. It is absolutely brilliant, and their aspirations, their aim is to get into the first division. Nothing else will be acceptable. So, I mean, that would be obviously good for everyone involved in the club, and to play in the first division would be brilliant. But we've got a hard, long season ahead of us. and like I said, with the way the managers set things up here, you know, we can only look forward to that. So.
Excellent. Well, Phil, with that, what I will say is we hope that gets quicker than what it's going to take.
Let's hope it's not going to be as long as we
first thought. You're back out there, because
yeah.
certainly, you know, your involvement that I've seen, and I've seen quite a lot, you know, since you've arrived.
Yeah.
Very impressed, and looking forward to seeing you back in that back four.
Let's hope it's sooner rather than later.
Cheers, Phil.
Cheers,
Thanks
mate.
for your time. All right.
It's time to burn. 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 It's time to burn.
After we won, not just me, but a couple of other teammates from the team, we just like to say you can't just support the team for all that we've done and win. You've got to support the managers for their support and help to us, and you've got to support the parents, for mums and dads, for the happiness that they have had and the support that they've given. So that me and the team would like to say is thank you for a nice day.
No, what it is, Sooty, Friday of this week is the Shelter Campaign Day. Wear your shirt with pride. In the last programme, we advertise this. A tremendous opportunity for fans to back the club and to back the Shelter Campaign. So for Saturday's game against Cardiff City, we're hoping that the Abbey Stadium is going to be full of amber and black. We're hoping people will wear their amber and black with pride and help us to support the Golden Gamble, Muzzy! Support the Golden Gamble! Because the Golden Gamble on Saturday is going to be sharing proceeds with the Shelter Campaign. So we're hoping that fans, they might want to buy a retro shirt. Matt, there's a special offer. Tom's doing a special offer on these in the club shop. Or they might be coming along and wearing their own shirts. And so all the time we're getting different people wanting to buy this latest strip. Here's a new one that's just going out. Somebody who's going to be on tour soon. United. So that one is on its way to the next chef. So whether they're personalities, whether they're fans who support the club, we just hope that everybody will get behind the Shelter Campaign. The Shelter Day is Friday. Lots of people are going to be wearing their amber and black to work. Marvin and a few players are going to be going along to Premier Travel and Premier Holidays. They've got there's an involvement there. But generally, we're hoping that fans will come along in their amber and black and support the Shelter Campaign by contributing to the Golden Gamble at Saturday's game, home to Cardiff City. It is indeed. Yeah, national campaign. Yeah, lots of things, all Premier clubs, all the leagues. So throughout the country on Friday, that is the day, a lot of people on Friday are going to be wearing their football strip for Shelter. They're going to be wearing their strip to go to work on Friday, but we're hoping that on Saturday they'll still be in the same mood and wanting to contribute to the Golden Gamble, which will benefit the club and indeed the Shelter Campaign as well.
Right then, news fans, this is an absolute first, all right? We're here at the watering hole of the Pisa 2000, which is the CFU's equivalent in Boro, okay? Now, who I've got with me is Steve, if I can drag him away from his pint, all right? Steve Gale, pleased to meet you, Steve, all right? And you're the chairman of... I knew we wouldn't get too far.
Big Dave.
Pleased to meet you, Big Dave.
All right.
Well, yeah, brilliant, mate, excellent.
Who's he?
We're just finding out.
Your name's Sooty.
Sir, you got me.
I'm Little Sweep.
So how long have you been a fan then, Doug?
Since 1965.
Nick 65. How are you feeling about things how they are now then? Bit rocky start this season, isn't it? Same as us,
At
really.
the moment, yeah. But get them strikers out, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Get them,
How's Jerry been doing for you?
Who?
Jerry. Mark Joseph.
Yeah, he's all right, yeah. But you'll find out today, won't you?
Well, yeah. See what he's like, yeah. I've had a word with him during the week, and he ain't too sure, Now, what are you part of the Pisa 2000 as well?
I'm a member of it.
You're a member of it, okay. Now, the CFU, Steve, in Cambridge, we're more sort of built an organisation to earn money, to generate cash, to invest in the club in the form of buying shares, which is a bit different to what you do. I mean, some of our money is being siphoned into football and community.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. That's BP. No, they ain't, Paul. No, they ain't.
These are all air tags, aren't they?
Just a bit. The whole thing's going to be an air tag, don't they? Away.
So some of the money that we raise goes back into football and the community to sort of support community projects on behalf of the club.
Yeah.
But the main thrust of our sort of interest is to buy shares so that the everyday fan has got a say in the club.
Yeah.
Now, you don't seem to have that kind of objective, Steve. What's the sort of objectives that the Pisa have got?
Well, no, the original long-term objectives were precisely that. The original aims was to actually open our own premises, to raise our own funds as a social club, and then use that to generate money to buy shares in the club. And that was our initial plan. Unfortunately, that fell through. And we're interrupted again. And so obviously that idea we've had to put back on the back burner, but we have other plans. Certainly the Cambridge model of raising funds to eventually go with the club to raise to buy sufficient chunk of shares is something that we're planning on this season, certainly.
What sort of relationship? I mean, was your club a bit wary of your organisation at first? They're not sure because they didn't have sort of control or influence over it. Did you find them open arms to you straight away?
More like hands around their throat, I think, would be a better way of describing it. I think there was a lot of suspicion originally. We basically were set up at a time when the club was in total turmoil. Paul Ashworth, the team coach, had just been sacked under debatable circumstances. And that initially was the initial surge, that things just weren't right. We were seen very much as almost a bunch of terrorists, in that we just wanted to cause harm. We was an anti-everything, when actually we've always seen ourselves as pro-supporters as opposed to anti the club. The fact that we were pro-supporters meant that, as far as I'm concerned, if people at the club actually looked upon that as making us anti the club because we're pro-supporters, that's more their problem than it is ours.
So when you set up, I mean, if you had that intention, has the relationship improved? Because I mean, what I pick up is that they like to deal with you at arm's length. It seems they treat you more like a militant operation, really, don't they? Because of the anti-pride slant to it, which again is a PISA 2000 sort of leading edge.
Again, that's not.
Or is that? Am I wrong?
No, again, it's down to perception. Again, as an organisation, we've never actually been anti anybody.
Right.
But when we've spoken about getting supporters' influence on the club, the way things are run, things from ticket organisation right the way through the club has been a shambles over the last few years and could be improved. That has automatically been taken by Mr. Fry and others at the club as we're having a go at him. Can't really see the logic to that, but that's how it's been. I think generally there are a large proportion of Peterborough United fans, regardless of whether they're PISA members or not, who are anti-Fry. So the fact that some PISA members are and some aren't is just a cross-section of the normal.
Do you think that's sort of more convenient propaganda for the club to sort of use?
So,
perhaps,
I think they was actually hoping we was just going to go away.
Right.
And we've been, 18 months we're going now. This year we've got plans to kick on again and move on another step in different ways.
How many members have you actually got subscribed?
Well, after today it will be about 780.
Have you really? Excellent. I mean, well, the CFU's been going about a year, and we've got around 300, which, you know, for a start is good.
It's excellent.
But you've incorporated away travel and stuff like that, which we've got sort of independent away travel organisers that aren't directly run by, well, they're nothing to do with the CFU. Yeah. So we have that side covered, but that's quite successful for you, the actual away travel, isn't it? Yeah. You get good deals and stuff like that.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, we went, like I say, we went in six different trips this year at least, building it up slowly from last year. Last year we ran a couple where it was essentially, I mean, the first trip we ran was to Brentford, and what we actually did, we charged £10 a seat and then gave people £11 on the coach to pay to get in. Right. And that was purely from, we raised funds and decided to give our members a day out.
So you get recognition from other clubs as an organisation as such, do?
We actually seem to get more recognition than the club do. What we tend to be doing this year is we find ourselves telling Peterborough United, the club, things that are going on at away grounds that they don't know about, because we're building up better contacts than they have.
Right. Well, that's all power to you. So what's the aim of the organisation long term now then?
Well, certainly this season, what I'd like us to do is meet with the club regularly, so we can actually exchange ideas. I tend to find I see PISA as more of a user group than a supporters club, but we're their fan base, we're their customer base. They should really be asking us what they want, what we want, and try to give it to us. And if they can look after the loyal supporters, they're more likely to pull in the guys that turn up once a month.
If they can't look after their own, and then they can't look after the casuals, can they?
They've got no chance.
Excellent. Well, wish you success with that, Steve. Thanks for your time. And what do you reckon today then? Come on, give us a score.
Well, I'll be diplomatic and say a draw.
No, on the cards really, doesn't it?
I think under normal circumstances was, but I think we'll probably beat you today. I think you've had a bad start to the season. The win last Saturday, I think, was quite important for the team, for Posh. So I think we may well find that perhaps a 2-1 win to Peterborough.
Excellent. Well, enjoy the game. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Steve. Right then. Who who I've got with me now is Mick Bratley. Now, for those who frequent the Usenet site or visit the Boro site, this is Mr. Mick Bratley, who you're the overseer, aren't you? You're the man with a whip on the Boro site, Mick.
I'm the man with a whip, yeah.
How long have you been running that?
Since 1996.
96. Is it a hobby, Mick, or is it an actual job as such now?
It's well, it's just a hobby. I started it. I was living in Malaysia at the time, and I started it just because I couldn't get any information on Posh when I was out there, and it just snowballed. And it's become, when I came back, there was sort of like outcry. It become a bit of a cult thing, so I just kept it going. And now, I mean, I don't just do it by myself. I've got loads of people who, yeah. And it's, you know, it works like clockwork, really. Certain people have to do certain things on certain days, and I just make sure it happens, and that's all.
Since all the website, the rivals sites, the unofficial sites, we've all gone down to where you've got to register your name.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good thing? I mean, we don't see on our site, we don't seem to get the unnecessaries anymore. Not as much as what they used to be, anyway.
Yeah.
Have you found that a help or a hindrance on your side?
Yeah, I think it's been a good thing, because it's stopped a lot of people putting me and Poshnet in a libelous situation. So from that sort of view, it's been good. But the good thing, the encouraging thing is that the actual number of people visiting the message boards has actually gone up.
Right.
So
the quality's improved.
The quality's improved. So, you know, that says to me that people don't want to read the mindless rubbish that actually gets on there.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's you know, so it's been good.
Yeah. Right. Now, what you obviously pick up. I mean, do you have a good relationship? Do you get access to the club? I mean, are you able to get the information?
No, we get no access whatsoever. We asked to go on their press release list. We get none of that. The club, for some reason, treat us as a rival.
As a fanzine sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, they just don't like us, because you know we say what we like, and we like what we say, so to speak. You know, and they don't like that. You know, they just like the. I think they
toe the line sort of thing.
Yeah, and we won't toe the line ever. You know, but what is disappointing is that, you know, if it weren't us that was doing it, and we feel that we sort of oversee a degree of responsibility, it'd be somebody else who probably wouldn't see that any responsibility. So that it's disappointing, but you know, they don't have nothing whatsoever to do with us and won't help us in any way. In fact, they hinder us. I mean, we've had solicitors' letters and God knows what for some of the stuff.
That's a shame, because I mean, Andrea, you know, runs the Usenet site. I mean, we've got excellent. I mean, we've got access, and we get the latest information from the club.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing, considering we're next door to each other. The two same sites have ended up with opposite sort of relationships.
We wanted to sponsor a game, and they wouldn't allow us to sponsor a game. I mean, it's pathetic, really. It's, you know, I would just wish they'd act like grown-ups, but unfortunately they can't.
I'm really surprised at that. I didn't realise, Mick, that was the reality of it. You know, I just assumed that you had that.
No. There's what relationship?
Well, anything I can pick up today, then I'll feed through to you later, and you whack it on your side tonight. All right, Mick. Nice meeting you. All right, have a good day. What are you ending the score, then, Mick? Go on.
Today, I think it'll be. I'm sorry, it'll be about 3-0.
To us?
No, cheers, to us.
Cheers, Mick. Okay, well, seeing as it's the derby, we normally have a young you spot, so what we'll do to complement it, seeing as we're in the middle of the heart of Peterborough, we'll do a young Posh spot. Okay, now, what's your name?
Lewis.
Lewis. How long have you been a Posh fan, Lewis?
About 2 years.
Who's your favourite player?
Annie Clark.
Alan Clark. Where do you normally go? Do you sit down or do you stand with your dad?
Sit.
You don't, do you? Do you sing songs?
Yeah.
What's your favourite song you sing? No naughty words?
The Scum.
Oh, who? Us? Us or anybody you play?
The Scum song.
That's about Cambridge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So what do you think the score's going to be today?
4-1.
To
Posh.
To Posh, right. You sure? If it's not right, what happens? Are you going to put £1 on that? If you're right, I'll give you £1.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, you have to give me £1. What do you reckon? Is that a deal? Do you get pound pocket money?
Yeah.
Is that a deal then?
Okay.
Shake hands on that one then. Right then, Lewis, you've been on Young Posh Spot for Peterborough, represented Peterborough. Say to the camera, up the Posh. Go on. Excellent stuff. All right then, we're just about to leave. We've been really looked after here. In fact, we've come away with our life, Paul. That's good enough, isn't it? Really?
We told everybody to leave you alone.
Right. This, for the people on Newsnet, is the infamous BP. I've known him for a number of years as Paul. Right.
20 years.
At least that. Right. So, what do you reckon, Paul? How is the relationship with Posh and Pisa? Is it healthy?
Very healthy at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to get some dialogue going with the club, and Julie Etherington, the club secretary, is she's doing her best.
Right. What about support? Because there was last year, there was a lot of chat about Wild Friday not going, which we're now experiencing to some degree at our end as well. Has that died down?
I don't think it has. I mean, there's still people that don't go to the home games. I've picked 4 games I'm going to go to this year, and about 10 away games. So, yeah, until there's a change of management, excuse me. It's off.
We'll edit that. We'll edit
Go
that.
and enjoy your game.
Right, what's the score then, Paul? And why?
3-1.
I know you said 15.
No, that was a joke. I think we'll win 3-1. I don't think you'll be able to cope with us.
Right. Well, we've got a new secret weapon arrived.
I know he's got one arm, hasn't he?
You've got him. Have a good day, Paul. Have a good day.
so busy, my body's high. I think I understand this feeling inside. I know I'm ready and I wanna go. Get on a roll like a rolling stone. If I can wait, then there will be a little treat in for me.
Right then. It's half time here at Posh. 0-0. The boys have given a good account of themselves, so that's good news. But I'd like to introduce you to Kim and Holly, and it's their very first time at a football match. Now, is it ever? You've never been to a football match in your life, Kim?
No, never.
Holly?
I've been here before.
Right. What made you come today?
Nicola made me come, and Lionel Perez and his legs.
Did he actually phone you up and say, could you come and watch?
He did. He actually phoned me up and said, would I like to marry him? So I've come here to accept.
And you put him on the list?
Yes, on a list of many.
So this is your first ever game. What do you think? I mean, to actually watch live football, how have you felt? What's been the biggest impact on you coming to a game?
Just the atmosphere, and it's totally different from being on the telly. Very good.
Right. So are you joining in with the singing yet?
No, I'm I'm trying to pick up on the swearing.
She has.
Has she really?
Yeah.
Right, are you telling her off?
It's not clear enough. If you swear a bit clearer, then I can catch it.
So what's the score going to be then, Kim? I mean, which side are you supporting first? Let's get that right.
The yellow side.
The yellows. What's the score going to be?
Is that right to say the yellow side?
Yeah, we're yellow.
It's going to be 1-0 to us.
To us.
Is that right?
Are you going to come back again then? Are you going to come to Cambridge End, to the Abbey? And
Yes,
see us
I
up
am.
there?
I am.
Right then.
And I'm going to know what the yellow side's called.
Spot on. We're called Cambridge United and we'll be here, all right? Well done. All right. What do you reckon, Holly, the score?
2 to us.
2 to us. Excellent stuff. All right, well done on your first game. Nearly fell off the
Next message is just with meeting them with Mr. L.A. Stalker.
A little treat. A little treat. A little treat for me.
Okay, we're at the end of the Boro game. Ended 1-0 to them. But I was just talking to someone else, John, last year when we played 4-1 with perhaps more of an established side, bit of a patchwork side today. So are you happy with the performance overall, considering what we had to put out today, or?
Well, you know, as a manager, you know, you're never happy unless you play well and win.
Right.
And obviously that's what the fans want to see, so that's what we're striving for as well. But sometimes you have to accept what comes along sometimes, and it was, you know, as you say, like a patchwork team put together at the last moment. Dave Kitson went down at the last moment, and we've had to like throw in 3 substitutes in and around the half-time mark, and that's the local lawnmower going past there. You know, but overall, I mean, you can't question, you know, the attitudes of the boys. I thought they really tried hard, and you know, we had to sort of defend, you know, for long spells, and we looked quite comfortable at times defending, but you know, you never felt, you know, where we was going to score from, and we can see that. That happens, you know, in professional football, and we've only got the small squad, and it would have been nice to have chuck in like 4 or 5 that was going to sort of be as better than the ones that are injured, but we're not in that position yet. But we will be, and we've just got to keep focused and make sure that that happens in a not too distant future.
Tom Cowan did well, I mean, considering he's not sort of been prominent so far this season in the squad, but to come on, he did get stuck in, and that shot that was probably the most sort of prominent shot that we had through the game. That was Tyler saved it again. I mean, that was going in.
He likes a good save against us, doesn't he, boy, Tyler? No, I mean, it was a good shot, yeah, and Tom looks a bit better now, and we was a bit disappointed with him at the start of the season. He had a good reserve game, so, you know, hope he's got his fire back in his belly, and, you know, he's really ready to play for Team Cambridge.
The lads, I mean, they've just come out to warm down and stuff. They are getting, you know, they are a bit down, John, which is natural, because they they want to win, all right, and they do believe that they're capable of winning. So how do you go and sort of like, how do you tackle that? How do you tackle it, John?
Well, I mean, the way you tackle life.
Right.
You know, how many of us out there have had a smooth life where everything's gone rosy for us? There's loads of ups and downs, and normally when you really think about it, life is about a lot of downs.
It's how you respond to it that counts,
That's
isn't it?
right, that's right. How, you know, can you bounce back like a rubber ball, accept all the criticism, accept the knocks, accept the disappointments, and those people that can brush themselves off and come back from disappointments in life and in football are the ones that show the true character. You know, everyone can show good character while you've got no injuries and everything's riding high and doing well. And you know, I've been through that stage. You know, I've been at 3 clubs now where I think when I was at Lincoln last, I think we went 18 games without losing. I think, and 12 of them were wins. It's easier to be a manager then. Easy, you know. Now's the test of whether you're a good manager, whether they're good players, whether you're a good commentator, want to stay with the team, whether we've got good supporters, whether they want to stay with the team. It's a big test for everybody. But I'm sure we've got enough guts and enough about us to come through it.
Are you expecting some of the lads that we've had out, I mean, like Dave, is he looking to get, I mean, is it going to be serious for a few weeks, or are we looking, I mean, he's walking better today than what I saw him day before yesterday.
Yeah, Dave Kitson, I think will be okay for next week, so that's a plus, you know. Luke Guttridge, now I don't know, he got a bad knock. I don't know about Colin Allsides, might be a couple of weeks.
That's I mean, I didn't seem that bad. I mean,
no, it's Achilles, that's, you know, it turned out a bit worse. Phil Warner, I mean, he'd done his ankle ligament, it's really, really bad, so we're still looking at another couple of weeks for him. But, you know, if you get these boys back in a couple of weeks, it then takes them another couple of weeks to get their match fitness. And, you know, you fling them straight in after injury, they're going to be a yard, 2 yards off the pace. Difficult times.
So it's chasing it all the time, isn't it?
Sooty, it's difficult times.
Right, we'll be there.
We were made of the stuff to get through it, mate.
All right, John. Have a good one, all right? I mean, I'm happy that, you know, we could have, considering the team we put out there, it could have been 6 or 7-1, really. But to hold them back 1-0, I think, you know, we've done a good account of ourselves, considering.
I think you have to be proud of, you know, the effort the lads put in. That's what I think.
All right, John. Have a good one for next week. All right, excellent. I've dragged Barry out the boardroom. I know he likes hogging it with all the hobnobs, but we've managed to...
I've been to the boardroom.
Have you been up there? Yeah, right. Having a quick shuffly one before you get up there. Lovely.
I've had my press conference and I'm just drinking the red wine, and Becky's, I've just given him a Bell's bottle of whiskey for being manager of the month, so he's down the lot.
You're ruthless, you are. You're ruthless, you are. So, I mean, you know, be fair, Barry. We had a patchwork team out there. Do you think that we've done well just to hold you off? Because you've got an established team, haven't you?
I just said to John,
Right, I'm sorry fans, that's it for another week here on Amber and Black. As I've said at the beginning, the most important thing to get out of this programme is to remind yourself that you do need the membership card, so make sure you get that. And pop down to the Abbey if you haven't already, or phone up, do something to make sure that you're in a position to at least come if you want to, right? If you want to. Okay. Another apology to make about some of the footage that we didn't, or we weren't able to bring you from Peterborough game, the Barry Fry interview. 1 or 2 of the things that we did at Pisa, unfortunately the quality wasn't the right. We didn't have the camera set up technically, but we are only amateurs, so forgive us for that. And we are working on that to make sure that I don't get cheesed off more than you about the work we put in to try and bring you the footage that we want to show you, but we can't because of silly technical things. Does that make sense? Does to me. Have a good week. See you next week here on Amber and Black.
same town trying to find something new. Broken picture frame, I've been frozen in trying to find a better view. This ain't me, this ain't cool, this ain't what I signed up to. This ain't right, it's no good, no good. Oh, everything is changing, and I've been here for too long, going through the same things. I've been hurt and done wrong, got to move on. Say I can't do this anymore. If everything is changing, then I know, yeah, gotta let go. I don't understand playing by the same hand, how you'll find something new. I can't work it out what it's all about. I won't live my life through you. This ain't real, this ain't true, this ain't what I signed up to.